And another package from Cordula. Cordula, you are going to spoil me absolutely rotten, and I won't even be able to live with myself. My hubster just went to the mailbox, and here's what he brought in. Well, he brought in this here box. Empty. Why is it empty? Because I dumped it all right down here. Just a minute. Let me show you. I gotta show the folks. I gotta show the folks. Okay, this is what. I gotta move my ruler, and then here I'm showing the folks. Let's see. Move this camera a little bit right here. Let's see how I can do this really nicely. Okay, like this. There. Now the light is too bright. Let me turn this one off. Wait a minute. Let me turn this like this. Is that better or worse, sir? It's hard to tell. Okay, I think that's good right there. No, it has to be like there. Okay, now here's some brown pieces. Brown, brown, brown pieces. I like the shapes of these pieces because they'll go into the corners of my squares. I love the shape of these because they're going to go right into the corners. All of these are like that. They got corners. And I love them with corners. That's pretty doggone awesome if you ask me. Okay, and then here's some lilac or just scraps. This is just right up my alley, these scraps. I love them. I love them. I love them. Scraps. Okay, here's some scraps of scraps. This is some scraps of scraps that's already sewed together. See there? Now that's beautiful. Now let me tell you what's that's the truth, and I'm going to be able to make me some more scraps. I mean more pieces. I mean more stuff. And my squares, I'm just so look at them two fabrics right there. These are beautiful. I am absolutely just okay. Now look at this. Let me see. Oh, look at this one. Look at this one. I'll be able to get a 10 by 10 block out of this plus some extra to put on another 10 by 10 block. Or I might cut it this way and then this way and sew it back together. I don't know. But look at this. There's some more of that unicorn fabric she has. This is little bitty fabrics right here. And these black and white feathers are awesome. I love this. This is just right here is beautiful. Right there is beautiful. And then look at this one here. That almost looks like a Tim Holtz fabric. I seen somebody that had Tim Holtz fabric once. And I thought, man, that stuff was awesome. I haven't been able to find it. I haven't really looked hard, so. And then I don't need fabric, but. Oh, look at this one here with the thread spools on it. This is what it's going to be like when you're looking at when my quilt is finished. That is so many pieces. Look at them all just pieced together. That is beautiful. Wouldn't a whole jacket made out of this kind of stuff be together so cool? It would be. Look at that. Okay, now. And then here, oh, what size is this? Perfect. 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 9.5 by 9.5. That is my finished size of my squares. I start with a 10 by 10, but once I trim them, I trim them with my 9.5 by 9.5 inch ruler, and and this is a finished size. So this is gorgeous. And look, she uses such beautiful trims. I mean threads and stitches. If you can see that, it's like stitch away and a heart, stitch on a heart, stitch and a heart. And she's got this multicolored thread. Well, I was talking to Cordula the other night on the telly, and we was on the video chat thing, and I saw her spool of thread that she used. And she had it on a cone. And she is such an enabler because I saw that thread and I said to myself, Sif, You have got to have that thread in your life, even though you have enough thread to wrap around the world 82 times. I told self that I needed that kind of thread. And so you know what I did? I ordered 2 spools because I want one to have just on my sewing machine, and then one that I'm going to use on my bobbin winder, which I guess I could have done it all with 1 spool, but I ordered 2, and it's all Cordula's fault. And so I like it when I have somebody else to blame things on. This is beautiful. This is beautiful. I love it. Thank you, Cordula. And oh my gosh, here's some more. Wait a minute, wait for it. There is another piece. That piece. And I don't know if I'm going to use it just like it is or if I'm going to cut it and then repiece it, because sometimes I like to cut and repiece because I'm like weird like that, and it makes it, I just like to do that. And so I might do. Oh my gosh, is this another? Oh, what's this? It says Lizzie right on it. That means it's mine and nobody can snatch it. Look at that. She took the, oh, she has altered an already book, and look how she has glued the ribbon around and put these little wooden buttons. They're buttons, but they're butterflies, but they're buttons because they got 2 holes in them. And then she glued the ribbon on there so I can tie it shut. And in here I can write my top secrets. You know, it'll be my little black book, although it's not black. That's awesome. Thank you for that, Cordula. And then, oh, look, she made me a Christmas, thank you for signing it, a Christmas wall hanging. That is very pretty. That is very pretty, simple and pretty. Oh my gosh. And something like this, when it is simple like this, look, even the tie here, the hang thing is just cut with a scrap of fabric with pinking shears, and it looks so pretty in the bell. But just fabric, and the fabric is glued on there, and I think she drew this. She drew the bough, the pine bough, and then added the gold, and then the gold string with looks probably gold paint, and then cut this out with the joy, cut that around with pinking shears, and then it's all fastened on there, just glued on there. And that is beautiful, and I love to see something that is simple like this, because then I say, oh, I can do that, and I can do that. I can do that and make little, and you could make these for people for different occasions. It doesn't have to be Christmas. You might want to just make one for their kitchen and put kitchen fabrics and so many things that we can do with our fabrics. That's beautiful, and thank you for signing that, because you know all my memory is. And then look at this. Oh my gosh. Little creativity. Live creatively. Gosh, I can't read today. Dream big. She believed she could, so she did. What she tackles, she conquers. And you got this. Look at that. That is pretty. And these stitches and the variable, the threads that she has. She's got different colors of spools, I guess, in her life, in her world. I'll have to get some different ones too, but right now the one I got the really multicolored one, so that it wasn't like multicolors of one color. This is beautiful. Yeah, my one color that I ordered is going to be just fine. This is just beautiful. Look at that. And see, raw edges. You don't have to have finished edges to do raw edge applique. You do not have to. And then look at these stitches. Look at them stitches down here. This one's with the hearts, and this is a multi-stitch zigzag. This one here, down here, she's got like leaves. It all goes like leaves. And she said that the machine she has isn't one of them expensive ones. Uh it's a affordable machine, but it still does all that fancy stitches on there. That is beautiful. Thank you. And then let's see what this one says here. She's going again. Girl power, be fierce, stop wishing, start doing. Don't let anyone ever dull your sparkle. Oh my gosh. Have you ever seen any fabric done like that? That's beautiful. That's beautiful. Oh my goodness, this is gorgeous. And then a whole different, and then she's got a little charm in there. It says made with love. And the stitches on there are amazing. And she's already got it backed. The stitches is beautiful. Oh, and this one is backed too. So I don't have to even put a backing on them. That is and look at this. Oh, look at that. That's just a little zipper. That is perfect. That is, I wonder if my, I don't think this one's wide enough, but I can learn to make one a little wider. But I've been wanting to learn how to do this kind of, see there she's got that variegated thread and it's all in yellows and orange. I've been wanting to learn how to do these little pouches because I want to keep a little pouch. This might be wide enough, but I'm not sure, because I want to put my checkbook in it, and I want to put my calendar, because I got a little calendar that was sent to me in it, and then I've got a little book that's got all my passwords. They're all the same size as my checkbook. Well, maybe the calendar is a little bigger than my checkbook, but I want to have those three things always in one pouch. And so this might work. They may fit in this. But what's here on this bottom is it's even got a gusset. She built a gusset even in on this one. Now I might use this for something else. I love that. And look at the unicorn. And what's this in it? Oh my gosh. Oh, now she sent me another face mask. Be fierce. Don't let anyone dull your sparkle. I love that. Now she said this here, she told me she sent me another mask, but this is another one of her patterns, because she has taken the main pattern that we all can download off of the internet, and so many of us have used this same pattern, but she took this pattern and she adjusted it. She kind of she made this narrower back here. She made this come up. Let's see. I think what she did is she changed this curve some so it fits under the chin. Let's see, just a second. I'll model it. I have to model it. See, I knew I grew up to be a famous model. And here I am, modeling. Oh, yes. Do I got this on correctly? See how it goes under my chin here? Goes right under my eyes. Far enough up my nose and right under my eyes. And so then I can still put on my glasses. I like this. And she does hers in 3 layers. So she puts 3 layers of 100% cotton. And by having the 3 layers, you've got more of a filtration. I like this. What do you think, Cordula? Look, it's tight here, so there's no air escaping. Or a lot of them are way too wide here, and then they bulk out. They puff out right here, and you don't want that. You want that just like this. And then there's no gaps. There's no gaps anywhere. Some people might say, and some people do say, they're just hard to breathe through. Masks, any masks. But the thing is, and so a lot of people might have breathing problems or whatever, and then they don't want to wear that. But if all you do is breathe, you'll be fine. And when you're going into a store or something, still wear your mask. But don't be trying to talk and breathe, or talk very little and breathe, and you have no problem with your breathing. And even with this one, with 3 layers of fabric, I'm talking and breathing, and I'm still breathing fine, and I have COPD. Yep, it's fine. It's fine, Cordula. And she sells these too. Oh, and she does not top stitch. And I've always top stitched, and she says, no, I don't top stitch because, and she said, because, and this makes sense, is when you're top stitching, you're poking another hole, a needle hole, into the fabric all the way around. So you're poking another hole in there. Now, see, she could put that fancy stitching around these edges, but then she's poking another hole in there, which makes it less, the word's not coming now. And then also this part where she flips it over and stitches the elastic to it, she hand stitches that, and she hand stitches that so that it doesn't put a hole through the actual mask, which gives that much more filtration, because every hole you put in here stitching is going to take a little bit of that filtration away. So she does that hand stitching right here where it doesn't touch the this part of the fabric. So this is amazing. Now the last one she sent me is the one that had the darts, and so I made some with the darts. But now I have to copy this pattern because I think this might be just exactly. That's nice because I just keep making new masks because I just won't have. There we go, and I love that fabric. Be fierce and don't let anyone ever dull your sparkle. I'll be happy to wear that one out to the doctor's office. Okay, and another square. And look at this one. Look at that, how pretty that is. I got shadows everywhere. Yeah, isn't that pretty? Isn't that pretty? Okay, I'm done modeling, so I'll put it back down here. This is pretty. See how here she stitched even a piece of like a cording right in here. How that's pretty. And by putting that stitch in there, that fancy stitch, what a big, that's a lot of squares, Cordula. This is amazing. Oh, and look at this one. Look at that one. It's got the and those are not pelicans, flamingos. And look how she did this. Look how she did that piecing, how she pieced it together. And then look at this stitching. If you can see that stitching right along here. Do you see that? How pretty that is, if I can hold it right. Let's see. It's like a loop-de-loop. That is pretty, and all those pretty colors. Beautiful colors. Thank you so much. Look at that. How many squares did she send me? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. She sent me 5 completed squares, and then she sent me this one that's ready for me to play with, and she sent me this extra long one that I'm going to have fun with. These two, right? These two I'm going to rebuild and put my touch on them by cutting them apart and resewing them. Weird, I know it's weird, but like if I were to cut this one diagonally right here and this one diagonally right there, and then took that diagonal, that triangle, and put it on this triangle, See what difference that would be? That would be pretty. And I know she won't mind at all. I know she won't, because I talked to her on the phone. And I talked to her on the phone, so now we decided, because we think, look, it's got purple butterfly on it, because we think alike all the time. We think alike. Get this, I can put this in here. And we think alike, so we think we might be sisters from long ago. That's beautiful, and what a great idea. And then all these here pieces. And thank you, Cordula. Thank you. You all, oh, she is magic. You know what, too? She showed me around her living room. She thinks like I do, because I say, why does anybody want to need a living room? If you have a living room, you got to feel like you got to entertain people. And I'm so out of entertaining. I just don't do that entertaining thing. And so, yeah, I don't do that. And so my living room is crafty, too. I got 2 bedrooms that are crafty, and my living room and my dining room and my bedroom. It's all the rooms I have. Oh, and then my piano room, too. But anyway, so, yeah, we have too much crafty stuff, and I don't know whose fault it is. It's not my fault. Okay, now, I have one more page left in my book that is for the Christmas season. Today is the 2nd day of Christmas, where 2 turtle doves, the 2nd day of Christmas, because we start counting the days of Christmas from Christmas Day. We go 12 days past that. That's the 12 days of Christmas. And then it is ended with Epiphany on the 6th of January. So right now we are in the 12 days of Christmas. So remember, now some people just turn off Christmas right after they open the gifts and eat the food. And then Christmas is over. And you just throw away everything, take down the tree, whatever. But no, Christmas is now to be celebrated. All those days before Christmas was just planning for that big day, around the tree. And but now the 12 days of Christmas starts on the day of Christmas and goes for 12 days. And then it ends with the Epiphany on the 6th of January. And so yes, keep in mind that it is still Christmas. I don't have a lot of Christmas decorations up, and I don't have many, but they're staying. They're staying there until the 6th of January. That's how I do every year, is because that is when I celebrate the 12 days of Christmas. Okay, so now I'm going to read this. He loves you. I know I talk too much sometimes. I think I get on some people's nerves. I hope I don't really get on people's nerves, but I think if I'm honest, I do get on people's nerves, because I do get some thumbs down. Doesn't bother me, but because not everybody is going to agree with me or like me or and so, but it's okay, because everyone's different, and we have to accept the fact that everyone is different, and that's what makes our world go round. And we love each other for just because. Okay, now, he loves you. It's amazing and incredible, but it is true as it can be. God loves and understands us all, and that means you and me. His grace is all sufficient for both the young and old, for the lonely and the timid, for the brash and for the bold. His love knows no exceptions, so never feel excluded. No matter who or what you are, your name has been included. And no matter what your past has been, trust God to understand. And no matter what your problem is, just place it in His hand. For in all of our unloveliness, this great God loves us still. He loved us since the world began. And what's more, He always will. And that is a perfect one to end this book. That is perfect. So, no matter what your past has been, my past has been lasting for 71 years. And so there is things in my past, a little shady. Never robbed the bank, though. I did never rob the bank, so that I didn't do. And but maybe I could. No, I'm not gonna rob a bank. But you know, yes, trust God to understand. All right, so I'm gonna let you go with that, and then I'm going to. I've got another new Helen Steiner Rice book that I'm going to be reading from too as well, and so those will be coming through in the next videos. I might still make another video this afternoon, but because well, what I'm doing right now is I'm making my collections, like I'm making my collections of things that are going into um, my boxes. Like this is going to be this here is a lot of trims and things that I'm cutting that are going to go in my slow stitch kits. This so I've been getting some things together like this to go in the slow stitch kits, and I've got beautiful little pieces like this. So those are going in my slow stitch kits, and then this one here are all laces and trims. And they are going in my slow stitch kits. So the kits, I want to make sure I have a very nice selection of slow stitching things to go in your kits when you get your, and I'm gonna iron all these. A lot of these I've already ironed, but I'll be ironing them also when you get them. They'll be pretty. And but that's what I'm doing. I got a stack of fabrics up there on my this cutting table. Some of you will even get some of my Elvis fabric that I made my phone. That was a Cordula thing. I made my phone stand. That was with my Elvis fabric. I've been hoarding my Elvis fabric for a long time because it's gorgeous and it's filled with coffee beans. So it smells like coffee in here at all times. That's a good thing to smell like. Okay, I ask God to watch over you. Every step you take, every move you make, and I ask Him to bring you back to the next video safe and happy and healthy. And I will see you then. God bless you and all the ones you love. See you later, alligator.